Hi everybody, this is Debi Adams, and I'm going to show you how to make my cell phone cover today. I think it was really easy and it was a lot of fun, and I really loved using the alcohol inks. I love the wow factor that they provide. So to get started, I'm going to use some Yupo paper, and you can buy that at probably a nicer art store. And I'm going to use my really cool layered solid stencil. And I'm just going to lay it on top of my Yupo paper, and then I'm going to begin to trace around it. And I won't bore you with this. I'll just trace a couple because I've gone ahead and made this sheet already traced out ahead of time. But just go ahead and use a permanent marker with a fine tip to trace around that stencil, kind of like so. And I have one that's already done. Looks like this when it's all finished. Now you can go ahead and actually put this stencil on top of your painted project, but I found that trying to run a pen over the ink is a little more difficult, so I found it easier to go ahead and do it ahead of time. I noticed my pen smeared a little bit here, but with one of my other pens it did not. It won't make a difference once I get my alcohol ink on there. So I'm going to just use a little bit. This is my favorite one. It's the patina, and if you've never used alcohol inks, they're a lot of fun. They kind of do their own thing, and I think that's what's really nice. So you can just begin by just dropping wherever you want it to be. And I think the nice part too, and I put this in my step outs, is that when you put your pattern down first, you can kind of choose where you want to put your color. Like these kind of look like flowers, or maybe they look like citrus. And so you can just begin to drop in there and make those that particular color. And I like to drop it a little bit everywhere. And maybe I'll do a little bit of green. I'm using, this one's I think citrus actually. So we'll mix it, blend in here a little bit. I love how the colors at some point they start to kind of blend. Now you can use one of the blending tools to move the colors around. You know, you can stamp it in like this, but sometimes I find it's getting a little bit muddied. So I kind of like to let it just spread out and do its own thing. And then you can come in with your alcohol blending solution, and you can put that on here, and that starts to dissipate. It makes it spread out. But I'm going to add a little bit more color. I like to see the purple come out. Ooh, isn't that pretty? Now the fun's starting. That's my favorite part. So there you go. And then I'm going to put some of the alcohol blending solution on there. And then just watch the magic. Isn't that cool? I love it. That's kind of what it is. And if you decide that you want to go back, add more color, it's not a problem. Go in and drop. You know, maybe you want to pick a little bit darker color, maybe add a different color. It's all up to you where you want to go with it. I love how that's spreading. See that? That's pretty neat. Add a little bit of this to make it go a little further. That pretty picture? So that's all there is to doing that. And then what I did is I've gone ahead and I've taken another one of our stencils by Ray. It's Ray Missigman. I think this is her repetition stencil. And I'm going to put this on top of one that's already dried. And then what I do is just like you normally do when you're doing mixed media with stencils, is just start the layering. And I'm going to use, I guess it's called Stream. And I'm going to put this on one of these little ink pads, the little felt on the blending tool, and then I'm going to just stomp on here to add some spots. You can already see that coming through right there. Just adds a little bit of interest to the piece. There you see it. And go ahead and add a couple more. And that's that. And then lastly, so I've used two stencils there and a boatload of fun colors. And then I went ahead, and here's just what the clear blank cell phone holder looks like. I just got this at a local discount department store. And then I went ahead and I took the gold mixative right here, and I laid a stencil by Seth Apter that said Destiny on it. I laid it right on top, and again used my blending tool with the mixative, pounced it over the top, and put in my sentiment. And then I just, you know, put in my little trimmed out piece. I have one that's actually got markings on it and one that doesn't. I went back in, I added some more details with white pen and a little bit more with my black. I went ahead and filled in some details. I'm going to just slide this right inside with that cell phone holder, and then just put that right onto my phone. That's all there is to it. Super easy, and I was really happy with the look. I can't wait to make some more, and I think I'm going to make some for Christmas gifts. So thank you for joining me today. Bye. On Idaho.